Bring the gift of knowledge to every conversation. Connect people that should meet to create opportunities and collaboration activities. But most importantly, what I've learned is to put love in the center of every decision, in the center of every resource allocation, in the center of every single thing we do. I have always wanted to bring my love and compassion to work, and I finally figured out how to do it in my late 30s. I was reading this book, On Caring, by Milton Meyerhoff, where he defined love as the selfless promotion of the growth of the other. And as I read that, I thought about the social contract we have to our enterprise to keep the doors open and the lights on, but at the same time, the social contract we have with the people that we lead to nourish them and to take them to a better place. And this is where I came up with my definition of business love, which I consider the killer app. Business love is your intelligent sharing of your intangibles to promote growth and success in the other. You share your knowledge and you mentor the people that you lead, the people that you manage, your customers, to move them to a better place. And the more you give, the more they give. I learned it's a virtuous cycle in the business world. It opens doors, it builds your brand, and it creates respect. Over the course of the last 15 years, what I've focused on is a very simple idea. If you share your 3 key intangibles with every one of your colleagues, every one of your supplier partners, and everyone you report to, you will dramatically improve the value of yourself, everyone you work with, and your organization. So what are these intangibles? Every single one of us have 3 of them. And what's really interesting, why I call them intangibles, is because as we share them intelligently, they actually grow in supply. Tangibles, think of it as money and time, they're very fixed. You give away money, you run out of money at some point. But you can give away knowledge intelligently, and through feedback, you get smarter. You gain more knowledge. Knowledge is not power. Distributed wisdom in an organization is rocket fuel. The second intangible you have is your network of personal relationships. As you intelligently network people together to problem solve and collaborate and expect nothing in return, the size and stature of your network will explode. And then finally, you can share your compassion, that desire that other people in your life do not suffer, that dream that other people you work with find the success we're looking for. And as you share that, say, through empathetic listening, you not only get better at it, you also promote that behavior in other people. So finally, I want to talk a little bit about love. I mentioned it earlier. This is the bedrock of lifelong leadership. Some may call it servant leadership. I merely call it the belief that we are accountable. We are responsible for the growth of other people that work for us. Because towards the end of all of our careers, we don't think back on the spreadsheets. We don't think back on the check-the-box exercises we did. We think back on the people that worked for us and with us and the difference that we did or did not make with them. And injecting love in business is something that can practically be done. After I published Love is a Killer App, I got this note from a person who I got to know pretty well. His name is Tom Ward. Tom Ward was brought in to resurrect Barton Protective Services in Greater Atlanta. Here was a security guard company that was slowly but surely running out of money, and one of their biggest business problems was turnover. It turns out that there wasn't a lot of camaraderie between the security guards. There wasn't a lot of nobility and empowerment in the job, so they quit pretty much right away, and it was like a revolving door. So Tom Ward had learned from his previous lines of work that when you lack camaraderie and spirit and engagement and retention, a little dose of love and respect can go a long ways. These are Vision Quest cards that he produced that go on the security badge of every employee. These became the values of the organization that define the culture of the organization. Take a look at that third one. Love. Do you care about me as a person? He demanded that leaders and managers begin to look behind the activity, the behavior, to understand the whole of the person like they were a family member, not a friend, a family member. Love with accountability. He also really drove the idea that we get paid to think around here. By infusing these values into the Barton culture, he drops the turnover rate by 80% in 18 months, and they go from being in the red to in the black and highly profitable, and they started to generate a lot of market momentum where the best talent in the industry wanted to move to Hotlanta and work for a company like Barton, and it can work for you. Thank you guys so much. Go out there and network. Thank you.